Rasengan.
The incredible power of Momoshiki in Boruto's body. Why did Otsutsuki save Naruto at all and help his son? And a lot of other interesting information. Enjoy watching, everyone. Although Momoshiki only appeared for a couple of minutes, it gave us an idea of Boruto's possible power, and a lot of new questions. The destruction of Boro was epic. He considered himself the strongest, and even when he realized that Otsutsuki had been reborn in the younger Uzumaki, he still tried to attack him. Here the question arises, why? Is it because of insanity, or did he consider Momoshiki to be lower in the hierarchy than Ishiki, and only he is the one god for him? There was an incomprehensible situation here, but Momoshiki kicked the huge Boro, who looked more like a tailed beast than a man, as easily as if he were a feather. This tells us that when Boruto uses karma, his physical strength is at a very high level. In addition, he is capable of flying, which not everyone is capable of in the Naruto universe. Although, apparently, all Otsutsuki can do it. And if the younger Uzumaki still manages to get rid of Momoshiki's consciousness and he can use karma on his own, his physical strength will surpass everything that we have seen before in the anime Naruto. Moreover, he will be able to fly. But that's not all either. Momo, while controlling Boruto, noticed that he had very little chakra, which is why he decided to feed on it from Naruto, which, in my opinion, is very strange since at that moment he could destroy Hokage and suck all of it out of him, because if he did, his revival would be less likely to be hindered, since Naruto will go to great lengths to prevent him from being reborn. But he did not destroy the seventh, but simply took some chakra, and then he destroyed Boro with Boruto's technique. However, he didn't just use the Rasengan, he amplified it many times over. It looked like the huge Rasengan that Naruto often used, but it looked more powerful and bigger. Then, Otsutsuki said interesting words. As for me, this could mean that the enemy really, even in the first battle against Naruto, Sasuke and Boruto, saw the future of the younger Uzumaki. Therefore, he did not finish the seventh, since he already knows that no one will stop him from being reborn. But I still hope that Momoshiki will be on the good side and help Boruto fight against the other Otsutsuki. Also, I was very pleased that, when he was in the body of the Hokage's son, Momo was able to use his Rasengan. This means that the Otsutsuki can use vessel techniques without learning how to use them. It should also work with the vessel itself. That is, as we know, most likely, in the genes of this clan there are all the Dojutsu that we saw in the anime Naruto, which will allow the Hokage's son to use a bunch of different techniques. Momoshiki is definitely capable of using the Rinnegan. This means that, in the future, Boruto will also be capable of this, and he will be able to use the power of Otsutsuki, which will allow him to become an incredibly strong shinobi and surpass his father and Sasuke. I am afraid that someday this trio will have to fight, but with the strength of this clan, the younger Uzumaki has every chance of defeating these two. The fact that Boruto will definitely be able to use the Otsutsuki's power is confirmed by the fact that when karma was activated and his consciousness left him, his Byakugan awakened. That is, he was already using Otsutsuki's power with his body. Yes, this eye awakened Momoshiki, but still, this is Boruto's body. So, in the future, I also look forward to the awakening of the Rinnegan. Plus, I'm wondering how all this will affect Jogun that was shown to us in the first episode. This is a dark horse in the literal and figurative sense. First, even in the manga, we weren't told about this eye. And, apparently, in the first chapter, in the battle against Kawaki, the younger Uzumaki had a Byakugan, that is Momoshiki's eye, which we just saw in the episode. But in the first episode, we saw a Jogun. Therefore, I do not know what exactly to rely on. But let's skip this detail and base ourselves on the fact that Boruto's Jogun is his own strength. Spoilers about manga chapters will go a bit here. Amato said that even if the vessel gets rid of karma, its power can be used thanks to the artificial key. And in the manga, Kawaki is no longer a vessel. Therefore, the scientist of Kara offers him to return karma, but he can already use this power on his own, without fear that Ishiki will be reborn in him. However, to do this, you need to create a way that will open the door to the place where the Otsutsuki genes are stored. So my guess is that Boruto, like Kawaki, will somehow be able to destroy Momoshiki's consciousness. But thanks to his Jogun, he will have access to the Otsutsuki genes that are already in his body. Therefore, the son of the Hokage will always keep his eye closed because as soon as he opens it, karma will begin to activate. And when he closes it, the seal will disappear. So it would be logical why someone would try to deprive him of that eye. After all, if you deprive him of Jogun, that is able to open access to Momoshiki's genes stored in his body and to his strength, then Boruto will lose the ability to use karma, thereby becoming weaker and unable to withstand enemies. And Kawaki will get access to his karma thanks to Amato. I deviated a bit from the episode, but I'm wondering how all this will be revealed. Since the events that we saw are pushing more and more questions. What happened in the first episode? Why Jogun and not Byakugan? And why didn't Momoshiki destroy Naruto now, but, on the contrary, saved him? Since Momoshiki's behavior seemed more like taking care of Boruto to me, he seems to feel sorry for him, and he wants to delay events that will destroy everything that he loves. After his words, Momo lost control of his vessel, and he then collapsed down. Mitsuki caught him. Sarada and Kawaki were surprised at what had happened since the younger Uzumaki did not remember anything. Mitsuki began to worry that they had underestimated karma, and I hope that, in the future, he will turn to Orochimaru and ask him for help. But in the meantime, the new 7th team managed to save Naruto, and they safely returned to Konoha. Hokage was surprised that he woke up in the village, and when he found out that Kawaki and Boruto were behind this, he wondered if everything was okay. As it turned out, 2 days passed, and during this time Boruto was the best able to recover. I also understand Mitsuki. His body is more resilient, and Orochimaru made sure that nothing happened to his son, improving him. But Boruto seems to have recovered all of his wounds once Momoshiki took control of him, because, in my opinion, he got the most. Boro literally wanted to make a chop out of him, and now he is running around as if nothing had happened and even does not lie in the hospital like a patient. But Sarada and Kawaki are still recovering. Sarada is still understandable, but Kawaki's body is improved, so the quick recovery of the Hokage's son, not his, is striking. In addition, we were told that the Nanorobits in Kawaki's blood are rejecting Naruto's prosthesis, hinting at very interesting events that should happen in the near future, perhaps in a couple of episodes. Then, Shikamaru annoys me again with his distrust of Kawaki. The guy risked his life to save Hokage until he could think of anything to bring him back. He should be called a hero and not blamed for all mortal sins. But Naruto calms his deputy down and hears a report on what happened and how the guys fought Boro. Sasuke was told that his daughter used Chidori, and due to this the enemy was practically defeated. Also, information was again sounded that Jigen has a 10-tailed one. But for some reason, Sasuke cannot find him again, which is a little strange since the new character that Kawaki is talking about, whom we already saw in the anime, will have to guard Jubi from Uchiha, who, in fact, cannot get back to this dimension. As I said in previous videos, you can't rely on manga since many events change and only global ones remain. So I'm wondering exactly why Jigen will send Code to guard the 10 tails. After everything, Sakura kicks everyone out to their hospital wards. After that, Kawaki tells Boruto in the hallway about what happened and that his horn grew when Boro tried to destroy Sarada and that it was thanks to this power that he was able to destroy the enemy. The younger Uzumaki then remembers what Momoshiki said to him. This can also refer to the fact that Boruto not only has to become a vessel but something more, and that Momo saw the fate of the Hokage's son, which is also very interesting since will everything he saw come true if Boruto can control karma and get rid of Otsutsuki's consciousness. Did Momoshiki foresee this? I will look forward to the disclosure. At the same time, Sarada tells her father that Boruto has been taken under control and has the Byakugan. In addition, Mitsuki said that Boro referred to the younger Uzumaki as Momoshiki's vessel. Therefore, Sasuke concludes that Otsutsuki is still alive and tries to be reborn. Also, so far only he knows about this, but Uchiha saw, with his Rinnegan, even when Momoshiki was defeated, that something happened, and in the anime there were references to this. But, for now, the authors have forgotten about it. However, not the point. For now, Sasuke concludes that Jigen is the same vessel as Boruto and Kawaki, which brings us to even more grandiose events that are about to happen, and we finally find out in what terrible way Ishiki controls Jigen and how he passed on his karma to him. Then we are moved to a more relaxing atmosphere with Kawaki and goodies, which allows us to finally take a break from all the epic nature of what happened, and Shikamaru starts to annoy me again and blames Kawaki for everything, which, in my opinion, can lead him to think that he needs to run away from the village since all the problems are due to him. Therefore, in the next episodes, we will most likely see that he will try to leave Konoha or will want to do this in order to protect Naruto's family and Hokage himself. And from the next episode, we will already see a more relaxing plot and revealing the character of Kawaki, a possible meeting between Kashin Koji and Kakashi, and preparation for new epic events in which the authors will give us an answer to the question, who is Koji? I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. Like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck to everyone. Bye everyone.